Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Men's Foil. Joined here for the finals, Oscar Plant versus Charlie Robbins. Our referees for today are Jack Courtney on video and Louis on full referee. Joined here in the box, Luke Rees.
From the semi-finals, and I'm joined by Brandon Britton, who you actually will remember from the first semi-final,
Getting absolutely spanked.
where he, Oscar Plant, kind of gave Brandon a hard time. So we'll see if he can give Charlie a similarly bad time in this final.
I've got full faith Oscar can win this. What do you think?
I'm leaning towards Charlie. I think that sort of he's had a rough D before, but I think Sam was fencing very, very well. And they're two lefties, so that might play into sort of unfamiliarity. Because everyone knows left-handedness in fencing is basically cheating. So if everyone's cheating, then no one is.
We all hate southpaws. All right, and we are underway here.
So both fences have so far shown they can be offensive and defensive. So we'll see how it.
Oh, Charlie with a nice counter.
Yeah,
A little hesitation from Oscar. That's rare.
so far. Ooh.
Both are very blade oriented, it looks like. Or it could be waffling.
Yeah. And Charlie has quite a scary remise that Oscar should be aware of.
Yeah.
If Oscar's watching the last DE quite closely, he might have spotted that and have planned for it. Ooh, a few flat hits there.
That's it. That's the Oscar Plant hit right there. That and a side flick to the chest. But I don't think we're going to see that today, given they're both southpaws.
I think that hit is worth like 1.5. Just the mental damage that you do by doing that sort of hit.
I just want that on replay right now.
Oof.
Charlie immediately on the offensive. Learned his lesson.
So I feel like Charlie's he's playing at offense, but I think he actually wants to kind of get some second intentions, pulling back,
I was thinking
action.
the exact same thing.
It's kind of reserved offense, right? It's kind of cosplaying as an offensive fencer.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate bit of it. Oscar has just got this speedy hand.
So I think a bit of bias there, an Exeter uni bias there.
What? No. I would never be biased.
So actually both these fencers
Oh, that's unfortunate.
fence at Bristol Blades occasionally, so they may know each other because of that. And Charlie's looking at I thought that was in the commentary booth. Or actually he's looking at the rugby game happening on the separate screen.
Yeah, right now Fiji is 21 to Australia 7 at the semifinals right now. Charlie, going for that remise again. That's that remise you're talking about.
Yeah, it's quite a scary one. If you don't see it coming, it's...
Luckily, Oscar's just not falling for it.
So oftentimes you have to take like 2 paras against Charlie because he anticipates second remise.
Oscar, nice.
See there,
nonchalantly. He's waiting for you. That's the opening he's looking for.
It's like a fake counter, a remise, and then Oscar gets afterwards. Like you've got to it's kind of break through all the layers of defense that Charlie's putting up.
For those watching at home that don't speak French, this is fencing lingo for no, and then do it again, even though I don't have priority. Oscar very reserved. He thinks he's got that. Louis thinks it's right.
I agree.
Is he gonna go? He's going for video. He's going for we got the first video of the final here, folks.
So I feel that was attack right to me.
So a quick little rule explanation. We got each fencer is allotted 2 incorrect calls. So if they go to challenge and the referee goes to video, if they are wrong and the hit stands, they lose one of their 2 video calls. Unfortunately for my fight, I don't think there's enough double lights that I can argue to go for it.
Yeah. And in second bout, a lot of the hits were very much unambiguous. Just a lot of simple parabolas or remises, or Gem is quite clear in second fight. So I wonder if this fight will get some slightly more...
This does seem like one I think is going to go to video a lot, and I'm hoping Louis will go on his own fruition. Here's the final call. He stays. Oscar is now down a video review. Charlie looks like he's going for clarification, even though he got the point.
4-3.
We're a minute and a half into the first period. Oh, Charlie wanted to go for that parry or pass, but it's just not working.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit close now. He's leaning over.
Yeah. Oscar's got this great way where his body language says, I'm not attacking, I'm not doing anything. And the second you want to do something with that, his arm is just electric. He's slowly marching him down, getting him just where he wants him. Charlie trying to apply some pressure, try to draw an attack early in his area. Oscar patiently pushes him down, but unfortunately just misses.
And off-target counter-attack there from Charlie. Good distance, but couldn't quite get the tip on where he needed to.
A stop hit would have been very interesting at the stage. Oh, that's a perfect.
See there, so Charlie taking the blade.
Yeah, I'm confused too.
Not having a plan afterwards. He's kind of like.
I thought Oscar went straight in. What do we know? We're commentators.
Yeah. If we knew our stuff, we'd be in the final ourselves.
Oh,
nice
that was nice.
Circuses Parapostet from Oscar. And a bit of a lead, 6-4.
We are definitely going into the second period here. Less than a minute remaining, and both fencers a little cagey, but understandably so.
A lot of inconsequential blade contacts here. It's not really leading to much. Sort of, I think both fences sort of.
Both fencers going for a little bit of foreplay here. But who's going to go for the commitment? Charlie goes first, but unfortunately doesn't land it. Oscar goes, and he goes for Ramiz afterwards. It's off target by Charlie.
Just a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, we call that a soup sandwich back home.
Yeah, seeing 2 off target that's from Charlie in not too long succession, so I think we want to see some bit of accuracy. Once this hits get a bit scrappy, it's Charlie can miss sometimes. So,
I'm excited for those moments. Oh, on the back line. Oh, that was a tech.
Parapost, no.
Parapost off target.
Ramiz
He's
good
gonna
out of
test.
10.
He thinks he may have hit probably on the bib. Oscar on this back line here. He's very comfortable though. Knowing from training, this is where he wants to be. You think you've got him on the back line, but in reality, he's just trying to draw you in. He's going back down again, getting ready.
Off targets all day, every day.
He wants him to go in. I think this is going to be the one where Oscar pushes now. He's going to say, I've given you 3 opportunities. You didn't do anything. My turn.
I also realised that the live stream can't see the lights that are coming up right now. So is it?
That was a beautiful parry post off target by Oscar. He wanted it so bad. And we are into the first break.
Okay, Brandon, if you were to give advice to the fencers now, what would you be saying to them?
I honestly don't have anything, and that's rare for me. I always have something to yap about, and this is the one time I just don't have anything.
It's very true.
They're both fencing kind of similarly. Charlie's definitely on the balls of his feet. He's hopping, he's going, but it's not threatening, especially on his defense. He's just not pulling out the attacks early on Oscar like he wants. Then again, knowing Oscar, he could be kind of a stonewall about that. He'll just march you down. He doesn't care. You have to actually go for a counterattack for him to draw out. So
yeah, but both fences play quite reactionary. So just eyes open, seeing what's happening and responding to it. I'm not seeing many kind of premeditated actions going on. It just seems like someone initiates and it's kind of like a whole chain of events from there. We're not seeing much first intention actions kind of coming out.
So here's a fun little tidbit here. Oscar Plant is also an epéist.
Disgusting.
I know. It's absolutely horrendous. The fact he's even allowed to compete today is just an affront to everything. But this does explain a lot of his motions.
Yeah, as a fellow foil/epéist person, I can respect the sort of slightly janky movements.
We are going into the second period here. No penalties on either side. Both fencers not really going for anything direct there.
That was a good spacing there from Charlie.
Just finding the open opportunity.
But again, it's all capitalizing. He's not making opportunities. He's just kind of like hanging about and
both fencers just seem to be going for whatever is there, and there doesn't seem to be any. I don't want to say forethought, but they're just so reactionary. Which, it's making a very entertaining fight.
It's making it close fight. I would like to see a bit of a mix of type of actions we're seeing. A lot of these kind of like staring each other down slightly out of distance is you know, it's cute, but oh, and there we go. And that's actually a good action there.
Yep, clear counterattack from Oscar.
Yeah, I think Charlie just realised, you know, if I just punch through, he might not expect it, and he was right. It just worked. Oscar wasn't seeing it coming.
Oscar does do a good amount of counterattacks, and they're effective. They really are, but we have our first straight attack of the night so far. Right off the line, didn't stop. He's gonna call for blade action. He's not going to argue it, though. He's only got one video left.
I mean, that's a good call. I think I wouldn't argue. I wouldn't go for video there.
No.
Oscar ambitious there with whatever that was.
Air Jordan trying to get the flick on the bench.
Wasn't punished for it, but maybe should have been because his target was very open.
There you go.
If Charlie doesn't win this fight, I feel like it's an accuracy issue. He's just not quite getting a lot of these hits on.
It's just a skill issue when it
It's
boils down. It's just a skill issue.
Yeah.
So you really are saying this is Charlie's fight to lose here?
I'm feeling I'm liking his actions a bit more. It feels like he'll do a thing, and if he messes it up, Oscar will get a lot.
Yep, there you go. Just like that. Oscar just got this beautiful way of just taking every opportunity.
Notice now that Chai's bouncing a bit less. I think those probably those thighs are getting a bit. Ooh.
That's gonna be attacked from the left, yeah.
Yeah, first release came out and he tried again. You know, just keep going, keep trying, and unfortunately, once you've tried it 3 or 4 times, the surprise factor sort of wears off a little bit.
That's gonna be blade action.
Yeah, Chai found
that
was
way. Very nice. Charlie just drawing it in. Remember we said that they weren't setting up opportunities? There's a beautiful opportunity there that Oscar just set up there. I wonder if they can do this.
Yeah, I think they probably can. Or at least they can feel our presence and our spirit.
Especially because this is, after all, the finals of the Exeter Open. Beautiful parallel post there from Charlie. He's looking to do it again. Oscar got the counter parry in the end, I think, but he just didn't land it.
It's a bit reverse roll here.
Yeah.
Normally it's Charlie one missing, but now it's Oscar to riposte.
I think Charlie's going to look for it again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Oscar doesn't care. He just goes for it.
Attack on prep into counter riposte from from Oscar there. That was yeah. Again, it's sort of seeing preparation, reacting to it, reacting to the reaction. It's just sort of this chain of reaction. And the first action, by the time you get to the final point, the first action's long since irrelevant.
Especially with the reactions and all the other actions going with that.
Yeah, the first action in these chains is generally not that relevant.
I wonder how many times we say action and reaction in a row.
Yeah, like chemists, you know, sort of.
We're down to the last minute of the second period. Oscar's saying, let's keep back. Keep it from a bit far. Let's see, is he going to draw on Charlie or is he going to go from outside?
Ooh.
He's going to want to draw on Charlie, but he's just, the disengage was perfect, right around both parries.
Whams it through. It's nice. So we're probably going to see a third period here, unless someone gets suddenly very gung-ho about things. But I think we're going to end this period probably 12 all, as my prediction. That's
your prediction? Well, there's your 12 hit right there with a single light. Oscar very frustrated.
Yeah, I think we'll see a sort of scrappier long hit. Off target, and then
I still think Oscar's going to win this.
You said 15-7 earlier in our private conversation.
Yeah, off script I did say it's 15-7, and here we are.
That was a 15-13 Charlie prediction.
Oh, that was a beautiful time. Just couldn't find the opening where he wanted.
Not that beautiful, if you miss it.
I think it was beautiful.
Well, you're a bit of a fanboy, aren't you?
I think everything Oscar does is beautiful. Okay. Within reason.
Will we see Ooh, a bit close
Under
there.
5 seconds. I think Charlie's pulling back as he sees the time, but Oscar does not. Oscar goes for a buzzer beater.
We have a 0.9 seconds left.
Nice little stop it. Oscar, I think, sees the time now. He's going to back away. They back away. They go into the third period here, folks. 1 minute break.
So yeah, there we saw a lot more reactive hits as we expected. A few more punch for Charlie that were working.
There was 2 setups by Oscar, so this could be, he doesn't have a coach here, so I'm not sure what's going to happen.
You should go and chat to him now.
Yeah, I should. Just get, tell him he's doing great. During the break, I think it's very important to talk about this. We got rugby going on right now at the Olympics in not Tokyo, in Paris.
Yeah, wrong year there.
Japan versus Uruguay. Uruguay just scored a try for 5 points. It's 5-0.
Is it Uruguay or Uruguay? It's like I don't know.
It's Uruguay.
Oh, is it? You just said Uruguay because.
Oh, I did?
I think you did. Yeah.
No, I think it's Uruguay.
Well, I agree. Yeah.
Referee Louis coming over to chat with us. No, he's not. He's walking away.
Yeah, he's too cool for us.
Oh, just like that, all the abandonment issues come rushing in. Here we are, final period of the men's foil final.
And of the entire day, probably. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Well, by definition.
Here at the Exeter Open, sponsored by absolutely nobody.
I want a 14-0. I want a spicy final hit
You want
showdown.
a 14-14?
I think that would be lovely. I mean, the fans probably don't want that, but
I think it's gone to the third period. It has to go to 14-14.
That's the rule, is it?
It's just the law of the universe. If you're up by 2 and you're at 14, you have to drop 2 hits because you're being silly. Oh, but Oscar was looking for it, just couldn't quite finish.
Yeah, that was Charlie's second. He did 1 parry, cart parry, and then back to the C's parry, and he found it.
I think this could be the deciding point here for Charlie if he just lands this. He wants it. Oh!
And that is the Brandon Britton jinx there.
I love it when Oscar does that. Oh yeah, we get commentators curse now.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
I think Charlie's winning this.
I think Oscar's
Charlie's
looking real great right now. I'm gonna counteract your cascades with my cascade. Keep it fair,
Charlie just holding the blade.
Just a whole lot of nothing right there. Just.
I love it when 2 KG fencers fence each other. It's just.
I personally don't really. I think I'd rather some.
Oh, it was sarcasm. It was blatant sarcasm.
Oh, sorry. It's the American accent.
I'm learning. I'm learning.
I was assuming you're always genuine.
Cultural assimilation.
Ooh.
Oh. Commentators curse here. I think that's that.
I think that Charlie's got a good reach on him, and I think when they've slowed down.
Oh, beautiful.
Just as I was about to say something, I
just
going
to
correct myself.
It.
I want Oscar to get the next hit because it is more entertaining for me if I get to 14-0.
I think Charlie's won this purely off commentator's curse.
Is my 15-30 prediction looking spot on? Ooh. Jabby, jabby, jabby. Come on, jab, 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 jab.
Oscar very patient, and he gets it in there in the end. We're at 14-14 here, folks.
They were microscopic.
Just patiently walking him down.
This is Charlie's second 14-0 sequentially. We'll see how this one goes for him.
Oscar taking it nice and slow on defense. Charlie trying to apply some pressure. Oscar saying no, and he gets it! He gets it! It's going to go to video because it's 14-14.
But that is, in my mind, a fairly unambiguous
that is beautiful.
Running.
That is beautiful. I think that's Oscar's day and night. Charlie, I think, has also realized it.
Running flick to back at 14-0 is...
Here we go. It's the final call.
It's either insane,
final call.
Here
comes Louis.
Or insanely brave.
And an attack touche to Oscar Plant. Oscar Plant is your men's gold medalist for foil.
Goddamn. What a sick hit.
Oh, what a great fight.
It's, the hits in that fight were generally, a bit sort of like timid and cagey, but that final hit was very much just
those last 3 were just beautiful.
Gung-ho, balls to the walls.
Beautiful.
Just committed it. All right.
Record it and put it in one of those moving pictures from Harry Potter on the wall.
All right, we're going to call it there. We're going to have medals next, but that's
Absolutely.
probably it from us.
Luke, thank you so much.
Brandon, nice to see you.
Everyone at home, have a great afternoon.